Hey guys, my name is Emily and today I am going to be doing a get ready with me and I am going to be talking a lot about the new Beauty Blender Bounce Liquid Whip Long Wear Foundation. This is new to Sephora. There has been a whole lot of talk about this. I have tried it, I have worn it. I did a 15-hour wear test prior to this video, so I will be talking about my thoughts on it, how it wears, especially how it wears on somebody who has a lot of acne scars, and I have a very oily face, so I will tell you about how it wears if you're somebody who has a lot of acne scars, if you're somebody who has a pretty oily face. And so I will tell you all about this foundation in this get ready with me. And so if you are interested in that, stay tuned and we will get started. I have already put on eyeshadow for the day. I am going into work today, so I needed to do just a really simple, everyday look. I created this eyeshadow look using the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette and the Covergirl Peach Punch palette. If you want to see my thoughts on both of these palettes, on over to my channel. And I actually did two different videos reviewing these. I will say though that if you use either one of these two palettes, make sure to do your eyeshadow before you do your foundation, because I have noticed that when you are applying it, the pan gets really dusty, and so it tends to create some fallout on your face. So I would recommend doing that first before you apply foundation, so that you don't ruin the foundation that you just applied. So for starters, I need to prep and prime my face to make a nice and smooth canvas for the foundation to go on. So my first step whenever I apply foundation is to put on some sort of setting spray. I like to use the Matte Finish by NYX setting spray. I know that NYX has a first base spray that is advertised to put that on first, but I looked at the ingredients and they're almost the exact same, and so I feel like this setting spray can work as a first base and as a setting spray, so you get 2-in-1. Really, I think any setting spray that you like, if you set it on your face very first, I have noticed a very smooth application to applying foundation, and I really like it, and so I just spritz it all over my face. I really like the NYX one. I think that it is really good quality and it is a really decent price, but there is a lot of setting sprays out there, so just find whatever works for you. I go in with some sort of cream primer. Right now I've been gravitating towards the Covergirl TruBlend face primer for oily skin. I try and put as many oil fighting things on my face before I put on a foundation. This is a matte finish which helps with shine. This is specifically for oily faces. Anytime that I can reduce the shine on my face, I gravitate towards those products because I have a lot of shine. To get the best use out of my foundation, to make it the most long wearing that it can be, I always look for something that will fight oil. So I have a clean beauty blender, and I'm going to take my Beauty Blender Bounce foundation. This is in the shade Blend 1.30. This is what the packaging looks like if you haven't already seen it. There is a little area in the back where you can either put your bottle down at like a 45-degree angle and spray and it will come out in here, or you can spray it right on your beauty blender and just use this tray to mix. I think the packaging is absolutely genius. I think that that is the best foundation packaging that I have personally seen. This right here locks it and unlocks it, and I think that that is really smart too. It's really travel friendly. This is like a velvety matte formula, so it is mattifying. I always go for mattifying foundations as well. So it comes with 1 fluid ounce. This is only available on Sephora.com as of right now. I don't know about internationally, but I know at least in the United States, this foundation is coming to your local Sephora store August 10th. This retails for $40. And I actually really love this foundation. I have tried so many foundations. I am one who has a lot of acne scars. Like all of this is just acne scars all on my jawline. I have some acne scars right here. It causes a lot of attention. So I have a very textured red face when I don't wear foundation. So I'm always looking for a very full coverage foundation. How I like to use this foundation is to first unlock it like this. And instead of me pouring the foundation directly into the reservoir, it is extremely full coverage, so that means that it's going to be thicker. So it tends to go more so right here. As you can see, I have some product right there. So what I like to do is take my beauty blender right here and pour it directly onto it, just like a squirt. And then I like to take the little reservoir right here and I like to just kind of like smash it in there so that I can kind of work with it the way that I want. And then I'm just gonna start putting it all over my face. This is a full coverage foundation. It can be anywhere between, I would say, medium to full coverage depending on how many layers of foundation you put on. What I love about this too is so many foundations that are full coverage just feel so heavy on my face. But as like it stated on the bottle, this is a liquid whip formula, and with it being like a whip formula, it really feels like you're not wearing foundation at all. It is really the weirdest sensation because I always, just at the end of the day, I feel like my foundation just feels so heavy and I'm just ready to wash it off. But this foundation really feels like it is just your skin, that you're not wearing anything. And I absolutely love that. Alright, I am getting the final results that I'm pretty happy with. So this is what it looks like. I am sitting in front of a window, so this is what it looks like in natural sunlight. If you're one who has acne scars or has acne, you know that even the best foundations in the world cannot cover up texture. Just know that you will still be able to see texturally a lot of acne on your face. What I look for is just being able to cover the redness, being able to conceal as much as I possibly can, and I feel like this foundation was able to bring the redness down a whole lot, which is what's like super important to me. As I mentioned earlier, I did wear this the other day for 15 hours. It's the summertime, it's really hot. I thought that this was a really good time to do kind of a foundation wear test to see how this would wear on really oily skin. And I will say that it worked really well. I would say for about 12 hours. I'd say after 12 hours is when shine started to go through for me. Like I noticed it a lot on my nose, on my forehead, and it did rub off on my chin a little bit. I am one who, I'm in school and I work, and so I'm kind of touching my chin a lot, so it's not exactly transfer proof, but I will say that it is amazing for me to be able to get to 12 whole hours without having to really touch up or do anything like that. It really helps with the shine, so I was really impressed with this wear test. If you're looking for a new high-end foundation, I would recommend this. I do know that the controversy with Bounce right now is the shade range. I know that there are some people out there who cannot find their shade in this. I know that she is Latina, and she came out saying that she wanted to cater this towards medium-toned skin colors, like she is. And if you look at the colors, there's definitely more medium tone. They did say that they're going to be coming out with more shades, so hopefully they do that soon so everybody can find their exact perfect shade. So I am purely judging this based off of a formula standpoint, not a shade range standpoint. I haven't been able to see the shade range in real life to even be able to judge that. Like I said, I've only been able to order it online. So this review is purely based off of what I know, which is the formula. I always set my face after I put foundation on, especially if you're one who has oily skin. Setting your face with powder is a really important step. And I just make sure to just do a very light layer all over my face. I think the plus side with powder too is that it kind of blurs and smooths your foundation into place. I think that like my jawline looks a little bit more concealed and a little bit more together. And I'm going to move on to bronzer. Today I'm going to be using the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula in the shade Deep Bronzer. Just going to be using the Real Techniques powder brush. I think that this Butter Bronzer works super well. I think that it gives you a nice sun-kissed face, and I think that it smells so good. It just like smells like summer and sunscreen and coconuts and like you're at the beach, and it is just such a fun summer bronzer. I love the Butter Bronzer. I just make sure to get my cheekbones. I like to get underneath my chin and my forehead. I'm using the same brush that I used to put on my setting powder. I'm just going to blend that on in. You can pick this up at Ulta, Walmart, Target, really any drugstore that carries makeup. Alright. Next I'm going to go in with some blush, and I'm going to be using today the Palladio matte blush. I got this at Sally's. This is in the shade Poised. I think that Palladio matte blushes are really pretty. I love matte blushes, and I think that this looks really good on the face. Today I'm going to be using a Real Techniques blush brush. Just want to make sure that I just apply it to the apples of my cheeks and kind of down into my bronzer. And I love the Real Techniques brushes. I think that they are so fluffy, really good quality for a really affordable price. I have been really loving this Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter. This is in the shade Molten Rose Gold. I love that you just put it on and it's just so pretty. I like in the summer having a really nice, just glowy highlight. And Maybelline really hit it out of the park with their chrome highlight. See, it just gives you a really nice, just like glow. Next, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I have been loving this e.l.f. Lock-On Liner and Brow Cream. I've used Anastasia's brow pomade, and I think that this is like the perfect dupe to that. The only downside I would say to this e.l.f. eyebrow pomade versus the Anastasia one is the e.l.f. one only comes in 3 colors. I'm using the shade Espresso, which is the deepest shade that they have, and I think it's a little bit too dark for me, but the next one down is a little bit too light for me. What I love about Anastasia is that they have so many different shades that you can find your exact shade that works the best for your eyebrows. So, just gonna go in. I'm going to go in with mascara. I have always loved the Voluminous Original by Loreal. This one came out with a burgundy shade, and I don't know if you've seen it in the store. I thought that this would be fun for the summer. I thought that having just like a different shade for your mascara would just be like fun, but I have extremely dark eyelashes, and so you can't even tell that I'm wearing burgundy shade, which is fine. It's just I've noticed that with at least this burgundy shade, it's not the same formula, and I'm sure it's because whenever you have to add a different color, especially like a purple shade, I'm sure that it changes the formula. It's the same exact brush as the Voluminous L'Oreal that I love. See, it is a really good mascara. You just can't tell that it is burgundy. It appears like it's black on my lashes, but I love just the length and the volume that it gives it. When it comes to mascaras, L'Oreal is what I always use. I think that it just is really good. And to finish up my makeup look for today, I'm gonna end it using the Jeffree Star Celebrity Skin Lip Ammunition Lipstick. Alright guys, and this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for getting ready with me today. Make sure to check out my channel for other reviews that I have posted, and make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can be in the know for future videos that I upload. Thank you so much for watching today. If you have any other suggestions of any other videos that you'd like to see, any other products that you'd like me to try, then make sure to leave a comment below. I hope that you guys all have a very wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Bye.